Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. We're on the Himmelsdorf map and we've got Minatozaki Sana is Live, previously known as No Sana, No Life. Played with him several times in Clan Wars battles a few years ago. We've got a video of a previous game with him for about 3 years ago in a 268 v4, but this is just from last week. Alright, Sin of the I-7. This is one of the OG heavy tanks. I think I've done a video on that just recently. But, also on the Himmelsdorf map, it's always should heavy tanks go to the hill. Anyway, alright, let's see what happens here. And we can just see also equipment, he's got hardening and a rammer and the experimental mobility, so gives a bit of extra speed, but just going uphill fairly slowly, although faster than a lot of heavy tanks. Right, a good one choosing to sit sideways while he's shooting at tanks, not necessarily a great idea. He's lost a bit of health there. Now gun depression on the I-7 not so great, but instead of trying to attack those tanks, here comes an E50M around the corner, so it lines them up. And unfortunately that doesn't penetrate, but it's alright. Get another shot in shortly. 130mm gun does a fair bit of damage. Bounced off the director's bar on a FOC B. Alright, I think he's taken that as a sign. It's still a good place to be. And retreats fairly quickly. Look, going downhill at 68 km now, that's pretty good. And followed quickly by the MTBB, so they've basically lost the hill here. But here comes the E50M, bang, sent back to the garage. So finally a shot lands, and here comes a few more now. What he's doing here, clever tactic, covering his rear but going into a reverse side scraping mode. And he does manage to land a shot of the FOC B there. And another one on the BZ-71, so managing to basically start putting damage into the enemy team. Now, it's not the highest alpha gun in the game, but it's still pretty decent. 130mm gun packs a bit of a punch, but it's more the turret armor. Oh, and he's being shot at by 262A up the front. He's going to get away with that. Another one? No, gets tagged again. That's alright, still got quite a bit of hit points, and here's some tanks coming around the corner. They're going to get a brutal shock. And unfortunately, they didn't penetrate, so he goes into reverse side scrape mode again. And he's got the FOC B not paying attention to him. No, here comes the BZ. This time he does penetrate. Nice 538 damage, that is a bit of a high roll. And he's being pursued here. And he's got to defend himself, he'll probably take a bit more damage, but he puts a nice shot into the BZ again. And he can finish him off real quickly now. No, he doesn't have to. Alright, team is down a little bit now. Not a huge amount, still very much in the balance this game. Can get some more distracted tanks. A bit of luck. Now 262 up on the hill again, spotting him, so got to be careful here. But he'll go for the EVR. Unfortunately that didn't connect the shell velocity, not fantastic on the I-7, but that's alright. It's more accuracy on the move with the gun is not its strong suit. Just going for the DBV there, but unfortunately he got taken out. Here comes E50M, and again that just not connecting there, not even a... we didn't damage that tank sound, so it's a bit unfortunate. But sitting on 2.8k damage, not totally useless. And he gets under cover from the 262A, can't fire down on him from up there, but now on the valley here. And look at this, he's chasing down an EVR 105 and an I-7. It's going to be a bit of fun, but you can see the speed over ground not too bad for the I-7, particularly with the mobility device on it. And he's going to line up the EVR. and luckily manages to put in a decent roll there. But keeping his awareness of what's going on, he turns around and looking for another target potentially. Or the EBR does a cheeky shot, but luckily that bounces off him. Now, there's only 3 left on his team, but it's only against 4, so that's not too bad at this point. Gorilla 15 looks like he's about to be pushed. That's the one on his team, but the one on the enemy team looks a bit fragile as well. There's the BZ who shoots at him but misses, which is fine. No targets up in the north that he can approach. He snaps again at the EBR, trying to get rid of him, but unfortunately that didn't work. They get rid of the enemy Gorilla 15, but his one is about to evaporate, I think. And yes, he gets taken out, so and the E100. So it's now just down to, I'm going to call him no son and no life, just to annoy him. Takes a big hit from the BZ-75, goes for the ram, doesn't do much damage here, but now he's got him trapped. Goes through the roof without a problem, and now he's just trying to bully him, well, as much as he can, bully one heavy tank with another one. But keeps him confused a little bit. He's going to go for a weak spot and gets the kill. Here comes the EBR trying to do his thing. He realises that it's not working, so he runs away backwards, and he's going in a pretty much a straight line, which is not the most ideal thing to do for an EBR. And he gets taken down to a 1-shot as a result. So, oh no, he's got him dead to rights here, gets the EBR kill, very satisfying, and now it's the T-62A that gave him some grief before. So he gets into side-scraping mode if he can. Where's the T-62A gone? Ducked in here, here he comes. So takes that first shot on his tracks, and he manages to put a shot into T-62A. Now he's taking some damage here. Gets a small ram in. He's trying to get behind him, which he does some damage, but he's got plenty of hit points left. Oh, unfortunately misses that shot. He's going to have to protect himself again, which he does. Takes the shot on his tracks, and he'll reload by the time the T-62A gets to the end of the thing. No, it's a short road. That didn't work out, but he'll keep going. And the T-62A gets sent back to the garage. That is the kill. That is the end of the battle. That was pretty tense. He's ended up with 6.1k of damage, blocked another 2.7, and 4 kills. That's got the win, steel wall, and the Ace Tanker Mastery badge. Let's have a look at the team score. 1325 base, that's really nice at tier 10. Beat the E100 who did 4.7, he'd be pretty happy with that, and he was the next best. And the Gorilla 15 coming in pretty close on experience there, plus the Jagdpanzer E100. And the enemy team, BZ-75 doing 4.8k, and T-62A being, yeah, really snipery and getting quite a bit of damage done there. The MVY coming in next as well. And oh, that's a 279E coming in well in terms of damage, but well down in experience. Anyway, it's all about Minatazaki. Let's have a look at the details here. 21 shots fired. That's quite a lot for an I-7 in a battle. It even only went for 7 minutes, so that's a pretty good output. 17 hits, 14 penetrations. Gave him his damage total. Did have personal reserves running, which is always a good idea at tier 10, and that's minimised his loss down to 17k. Best game so far on the i7 there, I can see. So great game there. Thanks for sending the content, and it's been a while between drinks, so yeah, send me more when you get another good battle like this, and hopefully the punters will like it, and if they do, they can always put a like on the video. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, that's also an option for you. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.